Fresh new day. Okay. So what's on the bench? What I've got going on right now is this table that I've been working on. Hallway table, a couple of drawers, it's got some charging ports inside, that kind of thing. And I was showing you in a previous video that I made an error in the top, and that to fix it, I put in a plug, and the plug looked ugly, it looked terrible. So what I decided to do instead is try doing a decorative inlay to hide it all. I was gonna do some inlay anyway in the drawer fronts. It's gonna work out just fine because I can just match that and keep it all within the theme. Makes it look kind of cool. Anyway, I got that done this week. I thought I would show you the process in case you were interested in how does that work? How do you do an inlay? I'll show you. Basically, I'm going to start by cutting out the inlay pieces first using the template and my inlay material. Just tape a couple of parts down using double-sided tape. Do what's so nice right now. We got the sounds of spring in the air. Birds and critters doing their thing. Let's just push that guy down. And maybe throw a clamp on. All right. Get those set to clear off the area, get the router ready. So this is the deal with the router setup. The kit's basically made up of 3 parts, right? The router bit, the template guide, and the bushing. The things you gotta pay attention to then are the depth of that router bit and whether or not that bushing is in place. The bushing needs to be on when you are routing out the recess. You take it off when you're gonna create the inlay piece. Then you gotta make sure you're setting that router bit depth appropriate for the operation you're doing. For example, you don't wanna route out the recess deeper than your inlay piece, or vice versa. You don't want to route out your inlay piece to be thinner than the recess that you do. So you just got to pay attention to those things as you do this. So what I'm going to do is set the router to cut that deep, and should be pretty safe. And so when you're cutting out the inlay part, the most important thing to do is to keep that template guide pushed up against the template nice and firm. If it comes off a little bit, the inlay piece is basically ruined. You got to do a new one. Yeah, cool. I think we did good. I think we did good. Now what do you do? So while I've got this piece clamped down and I haven't cut off that inlay just yet, what I'm gonna do is route out the recess for that funky little oval-ish shape that goes right kind of in the middle of this. On this type of a whimsical shape, I don't think I care if they don't all end up in the same place. I kind of want that inconsistency just for fun, artistry, right, wrong, or otherwise. That's where this inlay is gonna end up. And since on this operation I'm gonna be routing out the recess, I gotta put that bushing back on. Just like that. I decided to go ahead and route out all of those inlays now, since I was already doing that process. That seemed to make sense, but I didn't make you sit through all that. Anyway, let's cut these off here. What we're gonna do is basically resaw them off just on the table saw. Tape off one side, make this cut, and these should just sort of peel right off more or less. Yes, that is officially recording. Can you tell that it's recording?
No.
No?
I just see that red button flash.
Oh, yes, red light. Red light's good news. Okay, cool. You're such a peach. Boom. We got some inlays now. And all we gotta do is set them free. Oh, that's so cool.
Whoa.
It's a cool shape, huh?
Uh-huh. How did you do that?
Magic. Now we just gotta inlay these babies. Oh, those, yeah. So the next step is just to cut out the inlay that's going into the middle of this piece. We just do the same process again. Different part of the template though. I botched that a little bit, huh? So it looks like I didn't get a perfect cut on this first one, so I'm gonna make a second one for a backup. Just to be safe, just to give me some options. Yeah, no, that looks a lot better. Yeah. So there's a fair amount of slop in this one on the left, and this one, on the other hand, is nice and tight. This one came out great. So it's a good practice to cut a few extra as you go. That way you can obviously pick and choose for the best fit on each of your inlays to make them as perfect as possible. Time has come now to route this out and make that ugly patch go bye-bye, and we will turn it into a decorative inlay, we hope. Let's give this thing a little pressure. Just to make sure that tape holds real good. I'm gonna take a block of wood and make the tip of the bit flush with the template guide. This block of wood makes that tip just perfect with that template guide. Then I'll take the inlay piece, push it up until that stops, and I'll lock that in place. Now what that does is that forces this router to route a recess exactly that deep. But what I'll do is dial this in just a little bit, and this will force it to route a recess that's just shallower than the inlay, and we'll have a nice good fit. That should be good right there. Ooh, bushing on. That would have been a disaster. Okay, nice. Maybe a little chisel work right there. Okay. I think we... Awesome. Yeah. Oh, gonna look good. It's gonna look good. Yeah, I laid down some blue tape to try to mask off this area. I should have done that before routing to get a better edge around there, but just want to do whatever I could to keep the glue off of that surface. So anyway, what you're looking at there is the original plug. It really wasn't a patch, it was really a solid wood plug that I slid into the hole and tried to flush it off. Clearly didn't work out. This is made out of white oak plywood, so what you're looking at there, that's the MDF layer just underneath the veneer. So I'm specifically going to use Tight Bond Dark, their dark wood glue. See if that'll hold it down okay. So now that this is dry, I'm gonna take off the bulk using a saw. The gist is cut off the bulk and just see what needs to happen after that. Okay, not bad. I taped it off with blue tape just to protect the side. Oh, yeah. Boom. Do no more. That's great. Whew, whatever we do not want to go through. A little bit at a time, man, a little bit at a time. This is gonna be so cool. Now that this is done, I'm basically ready to move on to the finishing process. So this whole thing was made out of white oak. This is a heat-treated red oak, same with the base. Watch what happens when we throw a coat of oil on this. Look how awesome that comes out. It's like virtually black. It looks so cool with the white oak. Gonna be a really cool combo, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on this final coat of oil, let this dry for a few days, and I'll do that top coat. And anyway, I'll check in again in a week or so. Thanks for watching, really do appreciate it. Until next time, thanks.